Alrighty, welcome back. It's the Jeremy Mills Podcast, and we are live from the crossover. Very live. This episode is brought to you by Love Ravitch Orthodontics in Seattle. They help me fix my smile. They can do that. They can fix yours. So visit loveortho.com or give them a call at 206-525-7000. My guest today, returning, Tony Roden.
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm blessed, man. Can't complain. I'm just enjoying this every year pro-am thing, the best pro-am in the country.
And you're a big part of it, man.
It's just a blessing, man, just to be able to grow up and have, mentors like Jamal Crawford, and for him to get the torch from Doug Christie, and just, as you can see what it is now, all these star-studded players. And to be here every weekend, it's a wonderful feeling, and it's a big thing for Seattle with how big of a basketball city we are, and with us without having an NBA team. So,
Yeah, it's when I tell people I do a Seattle basketball podcast, they're like, "But there's no Sonics."
Right,
so I'm like,
right.
"You have no idea.
No
there is
clue.
endless people to talk to,
Right.
endless stories, like you in particular." And I say, when I say you're a big part of the crossover, it's the energy you bring.
Right.
Nobody plays like you out there. You're like, I don't want to compare you to players, but that Russell Westbrook, just 100% all the time, attack. And you've always been like that.
Right.
I think it rubs off on other players.
Man, for sure. I just, just the point of I feel like me being, unique. And that's what makes this program so much of a great program, because you got Jamal Crawford, he does him special.
Yep.
As you can see today, Zach LaVine,
Yep.
dunk champ,
Dunk
Nate
champ.
Robinson, you know what I'm saying? DeJounte Murray once he gets healthy, you know what I'm saying? I can keep going. Alonzo Trier, I can keep going, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's crazy that we don't have an NBA team. So our job is to do the best we can and try to fill that in just until we get one, because we're going to get one. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Man, for sure.
Do you think you would be in the same place that you are without this culture around you?
Not at all. Because, me personally, I've been through real dark places. And, but through it all, I never gave up. I stayed 10 toes, and, I made it back through. And, with this is like the closest thing we get. This brings it all together. We from different areas, as you can see, Isaiah's from Tacoma. But once we step on this floor, it's all we getting together is family. And for us to be a family, that's what brings us together, because we don't really have that, culture to where something's have us bring us together. And that's what this is, for the fans to see the special basketball, and for us players, just to reunite. And, we're so busy during the season, this is like almost the rare time we get to see each other. So it's like a big family, man, and it's a lovely bond, and we love to compete.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. Trust me, I wasn't doing this, I'd be watching. So, so when I had talked to you last year, had you not played the year before? Is that right?
Right. I was procrastinating about, just being done with hoop, and one of the hardest things that ever happened to me was, having to go all the way to a different country, to Europe by myself. And it was one of the best things that ever happened to me on and off the court. So, everything happened for a reason, and it's a blessing, man. I can't complain, honestly.
Off the court, describe what it did for you? Was it a maturity thing? Was it a just understanding yourself kind of thing?
Actually, it was a little bit of everything, because, those people that know me, I'm usually always with a group of people. And for the first time, I went somewhere for, months, period of time by myself. So I was able to step on my body a little bit and just to regroup and to see who was really with me. You know what I'm saying? Just to see if those same people that was asking to come to the games in the NBA, are they asking about the highlights? Are they keeping track on the internet through the game? You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to regroup to myself and get to love basketball, just to make myself happy. And once I started to do that, make myself happy, I started to come back to myself as a basketball player. And that's when everything became easy. You know what I'm saying? Because when they see us basketball players, they just see the basketball. They don't see we got life too.
Right.
But, through the storm, I came out, you know what I'm saying, and blessed. And that's what I said, going out there and having a great year and being able to come back to the NBA is, it's just a blessing, man.
Were you pretty hesitant going overseas?
Yeah, most definitely. Because I already don't like planes, for one. For two, I hate going places by myself. And even my best friend was like, I would love to go with you, but, you need this. You know what I'm saying? You need to regroup. You need to start over. And once I seen it was a 15-hour flight, I almost lost it, man. I almost said, I ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? But as scared as I was to get on that plane, I wouldn't change nothing. I would do it again.
When did the good part come in? Was it day one?
No. Man, I was there for about 30 days. It was bad. real bad because for one, it's a whole culture change. And for two, it was 10 hours ahead. So I was rarely being able to talk to my family.
Right.
So I had to stay up at the late hours because when they're asleep, I'm up, and when I'm up, they're asleep. And I had to adjust, and I wasn't getting no sleep because I was on the USA time. So I'll be staying up 24 hours a day, and then I got practice. And then it's a whole culture change. And then I was so mentally wanting to go home that I didn't buy in. But once I said, you go back and quit, that's the easy thing. You know what I'm saying? Greater later. So I never gave up. I stayed down, and I really bought into it, and I matured, and I worked hard like never before out there because I had nobody. I had nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have practice or game, I'm at home. So I just locked the door on myself in the gym. How bad I wanted to come back to the NBA and how bad, whatever it took, and I didn't want to leave no regrets. And everything planned out perfectly, man. Not perfectly, but everything planned out terrific, man.
That's awesome. So good to hear because you hear everyone will tell you the talent of Tony Wroten is like no other.
Right.
But to see you growing up now, just mature and going through something like that is huge.
Yeah, man. And just being able to mature. It really saved not just basketball, my life. You know what I mean? Just to be able to reset myself and to be able to love the game again, love myself, make myself happy instead of worry about making anyone else happy. Now I love the person that's who I am. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just a blessing now at the end of the day.
And it sounds like, it was a lot of yourself helping you through that and needing to do it on your own, which is amazing. But are there some people that helped you through the way that, stuck with you through those struggles, those really dark times?
You can't do this by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Of course, my parents, my family, my sisters, and, my close friends, Keon, Booker, Glenn, you know what I'm saying? And it's just funny because the people that helped you were the same people that never changed and didn't want nothing from you, just wanted to see how you was doing. And those are the same people who was there every step of the way, So I'm just so thankful for them, honestly.
Yes, I can't imagine, like you said, you didn't know who you were real friends with, the people who just wanted tickets to the game, stuff like that. How big of an impact does that have on a young player? You're, put into a spotlight. Everyone knows your salary. Everyone knows all this stuff about you. They want stuff from you. As an 18-year-old, 17-year-old, what does that do?
Shit, sometimes, man, you blinded by it, man, because you're so happy and you're so gratified just to be in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You're blinded. You know what I'm saying? When people have their own agendas to things, when you think they're doing it just to be genuine when they're not. You know what I'm saying? They're doing it because they see something for them at the end of the road. So I wouldn't take nothing back, man. So it's all good, man. I live, and I learned.
You seem happy.
Good.
It's maybe partly that 22 assist game. No. Playing in Europe, though, you had some amazing highlights. I was just seeing get retweeted, and in particular that 22 assist game. What do you remember most from that game?
That was actually the first game where I bought in, like, all right, I can't go nowhere. This ain't like a 2-hour flight where I can just go back home. I'm here. So let's just play like Tone. That was the very, very first game I was like, okay, I'm going to buy into this. And, blessed with, came out with 22 turnovers, but most importantly, we won. And that was the start of something special right there, that 22 assist game, because not only, was it a great team win, also broke, the record.
Wow, I didn't realize that.
Most assists in our league, so that was truly a blessing, man.
Was it a surprise to your teammates, or had they seen that?
So funny because I didn't even know about it until halftime. I had 14 assists at halftime.
Dang.
And then my teammate was like, the record's 19. I'm like, damn, I probably got like 6-7 assists. I'm far away from that. But then like, nah, you got double that. You got 14. So then I just, really once I started knowing I had it, it started becoming super easy now, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a great game and a great team effort and a great team win, really.
That's awesome. You said a quote here, the basketball, it's totally different. It's slower, there's more half court, The defense is more physical. Basketball in the NBA is more free-flowing, high-scoring. It was really unusual at first, but now that you got used to it, you're enjoying the game. What advantages are there to playing that style overseas?
And really now I can play both ways. Just learning how slower this game is, it's lower scoring and all that, and being able to transfer that back to the NBA with how fast-paced it is. But in the playoffs, teams that win that can score in the half court. Mm-hmm. So being able to know both sides of that and being able to know both sides of that, man, can only help.
What about, or do you have a particular, do you like playing fast more? I know you can do both now, but do you like transition? Do you like the half court?
Yeah, I can do both for sure, but, my preference is definitely, fast pace, up and down.